Your thoughts on this afternoon then, Neil?
Our 3 points at home, fantastic. Thought we played really well. Thought the performance was good. Thought we was at it right from the first minute. Took us probably a couple of minutes just to sort out the middle of the park and what shape they were playing. But once we'd done that and got a foothold in the game, I thought we looked a threat. Scored 2 good goals. Got the crowd behind us. Performance was excellent and fully deserved the 3 points. And just disappointed that we perhaps haven't won by a greater margin.
I think once Dancer got the opening goal, he'd obviously backed it on Chasetown because they kept trying to change their shape, but no matter what they did, Rangers combated it and constantly looked a threat. I thought, particularly the 2 wide men, every time we got the ball out wide, I mean Stanley down the right hand side was causing all sorts of issues.
Yeah, well I went to watch Chasetown on Saturday and they played really well for an hour against Weymouth, and I thought today might just go our way a little bit because obviously we're fresh legs on our side, but they did try 1 or 2 things, change shape in the first half to try and combat what we were doing. But like I say, the width that we had today, and we set up slightly different to what we're normally setting up. We usually kind of load the middle of the park up, as you know, but we went with width, and it paid off. I thought Stan was excellent out wide. And I thought Tilly had a tremendous game. It's probably his best game for the club. And what we wanted, we've got to win these remaining games to have any chance of getting in the playoffs. And especially at home, I've been saying it for months to you. We want to be on the front foot. We want the 500 or 600 people that are coming to watch behind the team and cheering them on. And the only way to do that is to try and put into place fast, attractive, free-flowing football. And I thought we did that first half. I thought we looked a threat. And the system that we played today, it almost becomes a 4-2-4 when you've got loads of territory, loads of possession. And the key thing is having some quality when you have the ball in the final third. I thought we did that.
And having 2 big men up front, very, very different. Yeah. But both Christian and Nick were causing all sorts of problems. I mean, they've got a unit like Francis, and yet Nick and Christian were dominant, and it made a big, big difference.
I thought first half, Christian and Nick Wellicombe were superb. They got hold of the ball, albeit in key areas in and around the box that perhaps could have done a little bit better with that. But in terms of holding the ball up, in the final third of the pitch, I thought they did well. But they won every header, and that was one of the key points from watching Chasetown on Saturday. Francis and Slater were very dominant in the air against Weymouth, 2 centre forwards. I thought Nick, Wellicombe, and I thought Dykes caused them all manner of problems first half. Not only aerially, but just movement-wise. We moved their 2 centre halves around, and we've got Franchino out on the in the right back position, and Slate's where the first goal come from. Slater was out in the left back position, and it's just by putting a little bit of pressure on them, getting them turning and facing their own goal, created opportunities for us. And fair play to them, because the boys have took on board what we've said today, and it was a 4-2-4 really. And when you play such an expansive shape like that to try and force the issue and win the football match, you need 2 central midfielders that are going to be disciplined and look after the shop, so to speak. And I thought it took us 5 or 10 minutes to get that right in the middle of the park, but I thought Dance and McNaught especially, I thought was superb, and they dominated the middle of the park and looked after the shop and protected the back 4 really well.
And I've got to mention the young man at the back, Nathan Smith. He gets better and better. And not having Shooter alongside him, we've been, we know he's been like playing alongside someone experienced like Wayne. Yeah. But today, he's actually, dominated the back line, and he's led the back line. Yeah. Superb for a young man. I think
he's a talent. I really do. The man of the match awards he's got at this football club are fully deserved, and he's probably got 10 now. Must have 10 bottles of wine at home for man of the match. He's been brilliant, and he was superb again today. And again without Shooter alongside him as a partnership, Shooter and Nathan, they've been superb all season. We've only lost 1 football match here in the league all season, so that tells you how good we've been defensively. Whichever combination of a back 4, I think defensively and a goalkeeper, I think we've been brilliant. But we didn't really want to split JJ and Nathan up from what they did last Saturday. What they give us, perhaps what they lack in experience, when Shooter's not there, they make up for in being powerful young lads, and they're quick and they're strong, and they're good across the ground. And we didn't really want to break that up. And just obviously Shooter coming back from international duty probably needs a training session or just to be back in with lads before we throw him back in. But you go on about Nathan. Every week he seems to get better and better, and Port Vale are watching his performance at non-league level, you know, where you earn your money, and this is where your apprenticeship's made. You know, if they've come and watched him regular, they'll see that they've got a right talent on their hands, and I think he'll go on to play in the Football League. I really do.
Big game now Wednesday. We've been saying it for weeks. All the games are big games, but probably even more of an importance now, particularly after losing it. Having the game called off on Saturday, which surprised us all. 2 days, rest. Not going to be much rest because everyone's going to be back at work tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's an important night now.
Well, it's like a game in hand, isn't it, for us? And it is on a couple of the teams like Sutton and teams like that. It's like a game in hand. So it's kind of roles reversed a little bit because we've got a game in hand on a couple of teams. So it is important. You know, we're still in the mix. And like I say, the big thing for me is trying to take it to the last game of the season, and having Gresley come here and us still having a chance. That's the key thing. But Wednesday now is a huge game, and I think if we could go there and get 3 points, you know, it would really set the cat amongst the pigeons, as I've said before. I really think we're in the mix. Be difficult. I'm disappointed. I've got to be honest, Gary. I'm disappointed with the way the fixture's been put into place. You know, the Colville game was off obviously Saturday because of a waterlogged pitch, but within an hour of that game being called off, the fixture's already in place that we're playing on Wednesday, and I'm a little bit disappointed in the league. I've got to be honest with you, that they can just put a fixture in place like that on a Wednesday night without consulting the two teams. Robbie hasn't been asked whether, you know, whether we can get a squad out on a Wednesday. You know, we're over the Easter break. Last week's training, I'm saying to the lads, was Saturday, Monday, so you'll have Tuesday off and we'll be in Thursday. So lads arrange work and family and shifts in and around that. Then we get a late call on a Saturday afternoon at 11:30 that the game's off and we're playing Wednesday. So I've got to ask lads now, 48 hours, you know, back at work tomorrow after the Easter break, I've got to ask lads to go into work tomorrow and try and get Wednesday off work, or finish work early, or change a shift, or come, you know, get childcare or whatever. So I'm a little bit disappointed. We've got to get on with it, you know, and we'll go there and with what we can make available and get a team out. But really, in my eyes, the league should look at that. Ask both secretaries, and if it can't be done, then they do it the following week. There's no fixtures following Wednesday. You know, just give us a week's notice to arrange things. And like I say, I'm disappointed, but we'll get a squad together, we'll go over there, and we'll do our damnedest to get 3 points. And if we do, then we're still right in the mix.
It sets it up, and again, I think the performance today has done a lot to set it up. I mean, that comes on the back of, you know, a couple of reasonable performances. You think the deck will win again now, and just want to finish the season off in the same vein.
Well, we've drawn too many games at home, far too many. But having said that, we've only lost once at home all season. And I continue to go on about it to the players. You know, very rare we get under 400 here. On a good day we get 6.5, like today. And we've got to be doing more as a squad of players to get them behind us and help us. And I think we've done that today. There's far too many times this season when we've had draws here, 1-1s, 0-0s, whatever, when we haven't done enough to win football matches and had good goal scoring opportunities. And you know, whatever happens this season, if we get in the playoffs, great, and we'll give it our best shot of getting promoted. But if we don't, I've learned, the squad of players that we've got have learned. Me and Nick have sat down and seen what this league is all about and what our squad's all about, and we know where we're at already. And we'll know what we'll need to do next year to make sure that we turn these many draws that we've had into wins. So we'll do everything we can to try and gate crash the playoffs. But if we don't manage to get in, obviously we'll try and go and win this Staffordshire Senior Cup that we've got at Vale. But we've got food for thought for next season, definitely.
Well, I'm looking forward to the game on Wednesday already.
Yeah, so. Made big time, yeah.
So see you Wednesday after.
See you Wednesday. Thanks, Gary. Cheers.
Thank you.